guys, so I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry, it's been ages since we've last spoke. I've had 1,001 things going on at the moment. I've literally moved house from one side of England to another. Literally like close to family and stuff. And as you can tell, I'm looking a lot more rounder. I'm 7 months pregnant. Woohoo! Which is really good. So baby Ali number 2 is due end of June, so that's really exciting, really daunting, loads of crazy stuff going on. So just adjusting to my new space and trying to find a great place to film. So I'm literally in front of my massive bay window, so a lot of lights coming through, no studio lights here today, which is great. So I've got some tips, and also I want to show you my top foundations starting from the drugstore all the way to the high end. Yes, there are drugstore foundations out there that will match our skin tone and make us look amazing. So let's jump straight into it. My first drugstore one is the Maybelline Dream Flawless Nude. This is a beautiful foundation. It's very sheer to medium coverage. It's very buildable. It's yellow based. It comes in like a little drip thing, and I'm 040 Fawn. So as you can tell, it's very yellowy, it's very creamy, it suits my skin tone amazingly, gives me amazing coverage. This is great for summer when you don't want to have a heavy foundation, so great for spring and summer now. That's a great foundation, and I think it's under £10. Secondly is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, which I love. This is my everyday foundation in shade 315 Soft Honey. It is a dupe for the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. It's medium to full coverage. It's amazing. I love the finish it gives me. It looks like it's my second skin. So when foundation looks like your own skin, that's when you know you've got something amazing. And it's from the drugstore, so if you guys are ever in Boots or Superdrug, definitely go and pick it up. It is a really good foundation. I would recommend you start off with, if you're quite nervous about foundation, don't want to splurge, I would start off with either of these. If you're a yellow based skin tone like similar to mine, I recommend these. They're really good. Sometimes I mix them as well, so that gives a great coverage, but for the drugstore and under £10, these are superb. So I'm slowly working my way up now. MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is one of the holy grail foundations out there. The only bad thing about it is that it smells of paint, but it doesn't smell like paint on your face, if that makes sense. You can't smell it when it's on, you can only smell it when you're applying it. It's full coverage, so for those days where you really don't want anything to come through and you want to have a flawless look, I would definitely recommend a MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is something that I use on brides as well. It's long lasting, proof, heat proof, you know, when all those camera lights are on you. This looks amazing on, so I would definitely recommend that. And I'm in NC30, so that's neutral cool 30. Got the Makeup Forever HD High Definition Foundation, which I think I took off my mum, in N125. This is great as well, a great bridal one, a great one for heavy coverage for a special occasion. It's yellowy based as well, so as you can tell, there's like a theme with all my foundations. They're all yellow based because my skin tone is yellow undertone. So you want to go for a foundation that matches your undertone. So this is great, it's long lasting again, and looks great in photographs. So if you've got a big do coming up, I would recommend this as well. Last but not least, the mother of foundations, which I think Kim K made pretty famous, which is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I'm colour 5. This is another favourite of mine for bridal clients. It gives such a beautiful dewy finish, and it's very medium to full coverage. It's very buildable, blends incredibly well, so that's why I think people absolutely love this foundation. A few from the drugstore, a few high end, so you don't always have to spend, you don't have to go straight into this if you don't want to. I would probably start off with either of these and work your way up if you're quite nervous about foundation, just so you get the colouring right and so you know what you're looking for in a foundation. Tips about foundations. Okay, so when you go to buy foundation, never test it on your hand, because as you can tell, my hand and my face are completely different colours, and so many times I go into all these drugstores and I find people testing foundations on their hand. That's the worst thing you could do, because it will never ever colour match to your face. Secondly, when you go for the high end like the MACs or the Giorgio Armani's, they would always give you a sample pot. So if you go there and you get colour match and they try it on you and you feel like, oh, I'm still iffy on it, because to be honest, sitting in their chair under those lights, it can look different. So always ask for a sample pot. I've been stuck so many times and I've bought these foundations from the makeup artist that have colour matched me. I've taken it home and it's a completely different colour. So always get a sample pot so you're not stuck with like a £30–40 foundation. And go home, try it on for the whole day, see how your skin reacts to it in different lights, see how you look in different lights, take pictures with it. Does it oxidize, which means does it darken throughout the day, does it go patchy on you? So definitely get a sample pot first, and then if you're comfortable with it, then definitely go and buy the full bottle. But those are my two main tips I would say for foundations for sure. Colour correctors and concealers. I love this NYX, again drugstore, this palette. I actually use, this is my second one, I actually use all these colours. So the yellow and the orange are for colour correcting like dark areas under the eyes, around the mouth, and obviously the other four are for contouring, which is great. This is from NYX and you can get this I think for under a tenner, something like that. The other really good one is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange, which is a great thing for concealing under eyes, and really creamy, really blendable, so you're not spending hours trying to get rid of that orange. It's these two are my favourite. So starting with the drugstore again, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 20, and I think I have it in 10. These are so good. These are the dupes for the NARS creamy concealers, and the coverage you get with this is amazing. The pigmentation on this for like £3–4 is ridiculous. So I would recommend this for sure to anyone. I use these on my brows, I use them on myself. I love them. I love the finish it gives, especially with a damp beauty blender. It does look amazing. Secondly is the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter in Light Boost. This is like another, it's a yellow based concealer, completely yellow. One of those like twisty ones that you apply with the brush, which is great. I love this. It's yellow, it really complements my skin tone, and it's very creamy and easily blendable, so I would definitely recommend this as well. So I'm kind of moving up the expensive ladder. This is the YSL Touche Éclat in shade 1, I believe. This is a pinky creamy tone. Pink also cancels out darkness, so that's why I got it. It's like a salmony pinky colour, which is great as well. I love it. It's great for touching up stuff. I wouldn't recommend it on its own. I would colour correct underneath and then put this on, which gives a great finish. And then I have the Dior Nude Concealer in 002 Beige, which is pretty good. This blended out well with a damp beauty blender, looks beautiful. I've tried this on a few of my clients now and it looks so good on them, so I would recommend that for something a bit of the higher end. Last but not least, the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Highlighter. Now this is like, when I first got introduced to this, I was like, where have you been all my life? This is a primer, a concealer, a foundation, I don't know, tinted moisturizer. You can make this into anything. It's a tiny tub, it's expensive, that I will have to say, but a little goes a long way. It's super thick, like nothing will get through this. So if you have very dark under eyes or really bad skin, deep set pores, scars, acne scars, this is so good. I would recommend it for our skin tone as well. They have a huge range of colours, especially for us, because they're more or less yellow based, so which is great. So I would recommend getting this. I'm in SX06, I think I've got an 07 somewhere, but these are amazing. So I would use this, how do I use this? I use this in so many different ways. I use this as a concealer before foundation, and then I put foundation on top. I use this to highlight the lighter shade under my eyes or where else I want to highlight. I used it as a tinted moisturiser, mixed it with some beauty oil, like a drop mixed with some beauty oil, and I put that all over in the summer, especially when I go on a holiday. It will change your whole makeup bag, it will change your whole look. You will never ever regret ever buying this. But it is expensive, I do agree. I think this is like £40 for this, but a lot will go a long way. I would recommend this if you want to splurge and buy something that will definitely transform your skin. Tips for concealers. You want your concealer to be a shade lighter than your foundation, so you want it to kind of highlight and accentuate the certain areas that you're going to apply the concealer to. Would definitely blend it out with a damp beauty sponge or your fingers. They're the best for concealer, I find. I think that's it. I think once you stick to a concealer, I'm like this. I find it very hard to like go to a new one because concealers are quite difficult to buy for as well as foundation. So just be careful. I would start low end. Start with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. See how you get on. Blend that out. See how you go with blending. It's also about foundation and concealer is about the blending technique as well. How you get on with that is really important. So I would definitely recommend the Real Techniques orange sponge or the beauty blender, or your fingertips. Nothing can ever beat your fingertips. All those, you know, those cheap cosmetic sponge wedges, them damp are just as good as a beauty blender. So I would use them as well. I think that's it. I'm really sorry again for not posting as much as I would like to. It's just been manic, and now I'm going to Dubai in a few days for a Tom Ford event, which I'm super excited about. But I'm gonna have to do some more amazing looks when I come back, inshallah, and keep me in your prayers. Please make sure, please pray for me that my pregnancy goes well. And yeah, oh, big thing is I want to do a pregnancy video. So basically it'll be like pregnancy 101. Everything that I've learned with being pregnant with Amelia and this one. Just tips and tricks, how to cope with morning sickness, back pain, what creams and oils I use, how to avoid stretch marks, just how to get through the first 3 months, which is the worst for anyone. It was awful for me. And mums in general, I think, whether you're a first time mum or not, but I just think for first time mums, being pregnant is so daunting. Like, I wish I knew as much as I knew now when I was pregnant with Amelia. I would have liked to probably sailed through that pregnancy, but I didn't. But I would definitely want to do that, because even if you're thinking about having kids in the future, or if you're thinking about having it pretty soon, it's no harm in knowing all these tips and tricks. And thanks for always sticking by me and keeping up with my long pauses and long breaks of videos, which I'm so sorry about. I'm really bad, but I am getting much better. I know I actually enjoy doing it. I think it's because I've been so busy with the pregnancy and the move. I haven't had time. I will definitely make more time. I need to come back from Dubai and just sort my life out. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video.